Good afternoon, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for The News Now. This is your digital update on things we're working on locally, regionally, and nationally. We're broadcasting on various platforms. That includes our website, WTOC.com, the WTOC apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, and Facebook, just to name a few. And you can always interact with us on Facebook, leave a comment, ask a question. We love to hear from you live. So right now we're following developing news. 4 teenagers were arrested for killing a local senior citizen. It happened on the 600 block of 41st Street just prior to 11 p.m. back on July 23rd. Savannah police detectives now say that 4 teenagers are suspected of having a tie to the deadly shooting of Patricia Sabb. Savannah police issued murder warrants for Patrick Brian Nelson, who was 18, Alex Lee Johnson III, who is 19, Harvey Zai J. Cooley, who is 18, and 19-year-old Marvin Marquand Hayes. Officers say they found her with a life-threatening gunshot wound. She was taken to Memorial Hospital, where she later died. It's been a little bit of time, but officers finally saying they have arrested and charged 4 teenagers with murder. WTOC is working to get their mug shots right now. Expect to see them tonight on The News. And we're also working to learn exactly what tipped them off to learn that it was these 4 teenagers who were directly involved with the killing of a senior citizen. As soon as we get that information, we will pass it along to you. WTOC also continues to look into the officer-involved shootout that happened this past Friday. Sean Evans has a preview of his story.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Sean Evans. The story that I'm working on for you today is a follow-up to the officer-involved shooting on Savannah's west side from last Friday. New today, we're hearing for the first time the 911 call from the victims, the innocent bystander, her daughter, to 911 dispatchers. We'll have that interaction between that woman and the 911 center. Also from the district's alderman, Van Johnson, who has been in regular contact with the family since this tragedy. He's talking about what is still needed from the community to prevent tragedies like this from happening. We'll have all that just ahead on WTOC.
I have a lot of you weighing in on Facebook right now about the 4 teenagers who were just arrested and charged with murder and the killing of a 60-year-old woman. A lot of you, Tammy Galvin, saying, wow, what is wrong with our youth? Ruth McNeil saying charge them as adults, and even more saying charge them as adults, and so sad, and prayers going out to her family. So thank you so much for commenting on Facebook. We certainly appreciate it. Just in case you hear it in the background, we've got a lot of rain going on Chatham Parkway, so just a warning, heads up, because our power has flickered before. I don't want to lose you, but you know why, and I'll get to weather in just a little bit. All right, so back to school typically means traffic changes, especially in the mornings and afternoon. There's a detour starting Monday that will impact traffic. I have it up on my iPad right now. Here's a look at it. And so basically, Chatham County Public Works says it will be doing repairs to the Sam Varnado Bridge on the Islands Expressway from August 6th to August 17th of 2018. Due to the repair work, the westbound traffic will be transferred to the eastbound lane. Drivers are asked to be extra careful when driving through the work area or to look for alternate routes. Andrew Gordon, of course, has you covered with traffic in the morning, so if he sees any issues, he, of course, will let you know when you're watching Daybreak right here on WTOC. An interesting story nationwide that we thought you might be interested to know. A nationwide smoking ban is now in effect for all public housing developments across the country. Starting today, smoking in and around the more than 900,000 public housing units is now prohibited. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development officially banned smoking back on February 3rd, 2017, but it provided an 18-month-long implementation period for all public housing officials and authorities. Well, the rule prohibits the use of all cigarettes, cigars, and pipes in all units, common areas, administrative offices, and outdoor areas within 25 feet of the facility. HUD said its smoke-free rule would reduce damage and maintenance costs associated with smoking, saving the agency an estimated $153 million in repairs and preventable fires. So that is good news to know. All right, I know a lot of you know we have somewhat of an attraction in our area to movie stars and movies being shot in our area. And we have another one that's on the way from Disney. It is confirmed. And now is your chance to be a part of the Disney magic and make some extra money. So Central Casting is preparing for an upcoming film shooting in Savannah. They're looking for people to portray all ethnicities and ages to work for pay as a background actor. No fee or experience is required. To be considered, you have to go to the open call in Savannah, but to get registered for that open call, you can always go to the Facebook page and the website for the motion picture. We're going to have a link to that on our website as well. Keep in mind the filming for this Disney movie will begin in late August and shoot through November in the Savannah area. I've seen lots of rumors online that it could be Lady and the Tramp, but that has not been confirmed. All we know for sure is that Disney will be filming in our area this fall. Very exciting. I think we should all be extras. What a fun time. Disney's such a great organization. All right, so if you've been listening to our meteorologist, you know that rain is in our forecast every single day this week. In fact, here's a live look at our south side camera on Abercorn. You see little rain droplets on the screen right there. And I can tell you here, we are off of Chatham Parkway at WTOC, and it is raining pretty hard here. We've got lightning and thunder in our area. Becky Wilder on Facebook says it is raining in Jessup too. I see your comment. I certainly appreciate it. I want to get to the WTOC weather app right now. So if you look at the hour by hour, scattered thunderstorms all throughout this evening, so it shouldn't lighten up until about 9 o'clock tonight. So pretty steady rain. And let's get our radar, a look of that. Let's go to Futurecast so you guys can see that. Blank right now, and then boom, it all pops up at once with the rain kind of passing through our entire area. So Waycross, Hinesville, Savannah, a little bit of Hilton Head all on the way north traveling. So for those of you who do not have an umbrella, I highly suggest you get a garbage bag to cover your head because it will continue to rain throughout this evening. All right, guys, I always tell you guys you can interact with us on Facebook for comments and questions. Okay, Julia Vance asking, was that here in Savannah praying for her family with relation to the 2 crime stories we had? Yes, they were both taking place in Savannah. Helen Vanal weighing in saying, such a tragedy, they need to be tried, and when found guilty, executed immediately. We'll have to see what happens. WTOC, of course, will be covering the case for those 4 teenagers who are directly tied to the killing of a 60-year-old woman in Savannah. And then a weather comment here, Tommy Galvin saying, not raining in my part of Jessup, I wish. We have plenty of rain here in Savannah. Hopefully we can just send that over to you. And if it's not raining right now, it still might rain a little bit later because our meteorologist says every area in our viewing area will be touched at some point this week by the rain. All right, guys, thank you so much for participating in the Facebook comments to interact with us live in D News Now. We certainly appreciate it. Keep in mind, you can always interact with us online and get the latest stories on our website, WTOC.com, as well as our social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and more. Our next newscast is coming up at 4 p.m. Of course, we are the CBS affiliate in Savannah, Georgia. See you then.